Alright, so TYT did a video, safe guns in the Navy shooter Aaron Alexis. Here's a couple of things that they pointed out, okay? One of which was this. Well, we'll keep the guns in his safe. Well, supposedly he got the gun from his safe. Okay. Another thought was he got the gun from a guard. Okay. Then he wound up getting 2 pistols in the long run. Okay. Here's the thing about the 2 pistols. One of which he got from a police officer whose legs he fucked up. That guy's probably not even going to walk it again. The guy was a police officer. He was the so-called professional that you guys talking about later on in the video. Only the professionals need guns. Yeah, guess what? He got a gun from one of the professionals. Secondly, if he got it from a safe, how did he have access to that safe? Ask that question. How did he have access to that safe? Maybe perhaps he was cleared for all this shit. If it's a safe, there's a combination that you need to know. And then again, usually when it comes to things like this, of this nature, there's 1 or 2 guys who know the combination of the safe. It's one of those secrets per facility. Access control. Guess what? I'm a security guard. Well, was a security guard. I knew all this shit. I was the top of my trade and job corps, the security trade. I was the goddamn trade leader. I know this shit like the back of my fucking hand. Okay, another thing. It's a government facility. If you walk on there with a gun, your ass is grass. So you talking about the guns the way you did, you make it sound like it was conceal and carry permit holders. Guess what? No, it wasn't. It was either officers of the Navy or what it probably was is police officers. One of the guys who got fucked up who lost both his legs, well, it's not sure whether or not he lost them yet, but still. He was a police officer, one of the guys he got the guns from. Now you tell me that you want the guns in the hands of professionals and yet it was a professional that got fucked up? Okay. Only guns need to be belonging to the professionals. Okay, so whenever I go on my weekend hikes in the woods and I have a mountain lion come out and say hello and it wants to fuck me up and feed me to its children, you mean to tell me that I should scream at it, run away? Or maybe I should shoot at it with a gun? Yes, no, maybe so. There are a variety of reasons why we have the Second Amendment. One of which is this. It's to protect us against all enemies, foreign and domestic. It wasn't for hunting and fishing like a lot of you fuckers like to believe. No, because if you, back then, whenever the country was founded, if you didn't hunt and if you didn't fish, you didn't eat. And guess what? It was not about that. It's about protecting us against all enemies, foreign and domestic. In other words, whether it not be some foreign invader, an army of some sort. If you want to go and disagree with that, I want you to look at Switzerland. Damn near the entire population's an army. And nobody's ever invaded them. Okay. Now, domestic. Let's say someone wants to break down your door. Goddamn fucking itch. Guess what? What's the average response time for a police officer? Like, what was it, 22 minutes, 28 minutes? You know what? I don't care if it's 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes. Whoever's trying to break into your house has to do whatever they want to do. And guess what? If they want to rape you, I know a lot of people who get off in less than 30 seconds. I'm one of them. That's why I go twice. That being said, why don't you think about these things for a fucking moment here? Mexico, the guns are damn near banned. People can still get a hold of firearms legally in Mexico. Well, there's a lot of shit that has to go with that. And I have to have them registered and a bunch of other shit like that. It's like it's not an outright ban to my awareness. And somebody, if you're a Mexican and you live in Mexico and you have adequate knowledge of this, please tell me. And yet, 20,000 murders last year happened with firearms. Now, are they all straw sale guns from the United States? I'm going to tell you right now, a large portion of them are. When you disarm a public, you only disarm the citizens who would never use the guns for something illegal. You see that James Holmes motherfucker and all these other crazies who go psychopathic? Guess what? Saying no gun zone means shooting fish in a barrel. The fucking... God, the Batman shooter, that jackass. There's several different theaters. Only one of them had no guns allowed. Guess which one he picked to shoot up? You look at all these fucking shootings. They almost all have one thing in common. With the exception of 1 or 2 places, they were all no-gun zones. That fucking Navy Yard, it's a no-gun zone. You had to be authorized. You had to have all this special clearance paperwork to have that shit. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I think. The guy supposedly might have stolen that fucking Remington 870 shotgun. That was one of the reports that the TYT forgot the fucking But you guys never want to talk about that shit. People, if I want to get a gun, and if I live in the city and all guns are banned, I can get it. Let me tell you why. Because I know the shady people. I know how to look for them. I went to Job Corps. I was taught all sorts of different shit by the gangbangers. Getting a gun is not difficult. And mass majority of these guns that I see from these gangbangers, what they get their stolen shit. The guns are stolen. They don't go to your stores to buy their fucking guns. They don't go to the gun store. No, they don't. They steal that shit. And what they don't steal, they have imported. Yes, imported. They don't buy that shit off the internet. They rarely go to gun shows. They buy that shit through import. Illegal black arms import. And we're not talking like DPMS, AR-15s, or Century Wasser 10s. Very shitty brands, okay? If you don't know what we're talking about. Back in the day, Soviet, original, unused Soviet AK-47s, that shit. That's the kind of shit a lot of these guys have. Because they have it imported to them. Illegally, but still, it's imported. They form all the little contacts in order to get that shit. Over time, you ban guns, guess what? By the time the domestic market for what's already here dries up, the import market, illegal import market, would have already gone on the rise. People, criminals want to get guns, they get it anyways. Just ask the UK. Gun violence has gone up. Gun deaths? No, no one has to pull the goddamn trigger. Don't compare us to the UK, France, Germany. We're much larger than all 3 of those countries combined. And look at the amount of domestic populations that we got. I mean, like, big cities. Of course we're going to have more gun violence. A lot of you fuckers don't get that. Anyways, before I go on an even more of a rant and tangent, I want to know what you guys think. I'm also working on a documentary. You can donate below. Anyways, I want you to comment on it. If you like the video, subscribe. And like. And comment. If you dislike the video, then click the dislike button. And still, comment on it. Have a nice day.